Welcome, and thank you for the opportunity to present EcoLoop, a service specifically designed for Amazon Fresh.
Yes, online grocery shopping is great. It saves time, avoids crowds, and fits into our busy lives. However, it has unintentionally contributed to a growing plastic problem. Every week, millions of Amazon Fresh customers open their deliveries to layers of plastic, cardboard, and unnecessary waste. Research estimates that Amazon generates around £559 million of packaging waste every year, much of which ends up in landfills or waterways. This has led to a clear consumer frustration, with over 60% of shoppers actively trying to avoid products with unnecessary plastic. Although Amazon Fresh has introduced recyclable paper bags, packaging still remains excessive. Customers report small grocery orders arriving in multiple large bags, many still insulated with plastic. Although this packaging is recyclable, it's resource intensive to produce and generates emissions. This creates a clear pain point. Customers value the convenience Amazon Fresh offers, but increasingly feel environmentally conscious and frustrated by the waste it produces. As the online grocery market grows, so does choice, with sustainability becoming a key factor influencing where people choose to shop. This is where EcoLoop comes in. EcoLoop is a reusable packaging service designed specifically for Amazon Fresh. Instead of single-use packaging, groceries are delivered in durable, sanitized, reusable packaging that customers return through their next delivery, Amazon Locker, or a partner store. These containers are cleaned and recirculated through existing fulfillment centres, and evidence from European reuse pilots show that reusable systems become cost-efficient over multiple cycles. EcoLoop is highly feasible because it builds on Amazon Fresh's current infrastructure, therefore making EcoLoop a scalable, low-risk innovation that Amazon Fresh can realistically implement. Amazon Fresh is not currently the market leader in online grocery retail, which shows that competing on price and delivery speed alone has not been sufficient in driving large-scale customer switching. Therefore, it's time to innovate. As the service operates within a mature stage of the market, continued growth depends less on efficiency gains and more on meaningful innovation. To remain competitive, Amazon Fresh must listen closely to consumer pain points and differentiate now. By looking at both EcoLoop and Amazon Fresh's business model, I've put in red the things that need to be added to the business model to be successful. Here, we can identify that Amazon Fresh's business model has key aspects that support the feasibility of EcoLoop, meaning we would not need entirely new infrastructure. EcoLoop will stay simple through incremental innovation to ensure that Amazon's existing successful business model is not disrupted. EcoLoop will have to reinforce Amazon Fresh's strategic goal of being the world's most customer-centric company. This will be done by EcoLoop making sure that it addresses the customer frustration of excess packaging and plastic successfully. How will we make sure EcoLoop gives Amazon a competitive advantage? EcoLoop will increase the rarity of Amazon Fresh by making use of the advanced technology and infrastructure that traditional supermarkets do not have. Unlike retailers such as Tesco, whose supply chains are labour-intensive, Amazon Fresh operates using advanced technologies, data-driven systems, and route optimization to enable rapid responses, real-time coordination, and industry-leading delivery speeds. This allows reusable containers to be collected, cleaned, and redeployed at speed. However, there is low imitability, as over time, capital investment and organisational change will be able to copy this idea, making the barrier to entry low. This is because sustainability is becoming a standard business practice because of legislation, meaning rival grocery retailers may adopt similar reuse schemes. However, if Amazon Fresh adopt EcoLoop now, the business will be able to capture an early mover advantage before competition can respond. Adopting an open innovation strategy during the development phase is essential in achieving a competitive advantage, as external expertise such as reusable packaging manufacturers and sanitisation partners allow Amazon Fresh to reduce development risk and access specialist knowledge and accelerate implementation. However, an open innovation strategy will increase cost of R&D and increase the risk of competition accessing the same knowledge, therefore making it less competitive. Therefore, the execution of EcoLoop should remain closed to ensure that Amazon Fresh don't lose its competitive advantage of operational efficiency at scale, therefore making EcoLoop difficult for competition to replicate. This would allow it to become a blue ocean service, meaning there's never a comparable service that works in the same way. I still recognise that further research and testing are essential. Therefore, to test the hypothesis of EcoLoop, it should be tested in a small number of local communities, as their customer feedback will allow the service to learn, adapt and improve throughout the innovation process, ensuring that EcoLoop is refined to the highest possible standard before wider rollout. So I leave you with this question. Amazon Fresh, do you want to lead the future of sustainable grocery delivery, or follow it.